We're back at section 3.9. It's about antiderivatives, and we're going to look at question 37. It's basically asking you to find f. Notice that we have f prime prime, so this is a second derivative, so we're going to have to take the antiderivative twice. And we also have these, this information. It says f of 0 equals 3 and f prime of 0 equals 4. These are going to come in handy later when we have to find out what our constants are. So let's start with taking the antiderivative of this first. I'm going to write this as f prime of theta, right? Because we're taking the antiderivative, so we're going to take one of the primes away. And remember that the antiderivatives is the opposite of the derivative. We have that the derivative of sine of theta is cosine of theta, and the derivative of cosine of theta is going to be equal to negative sine of theta. So knowing this right here, the derivative of sine of theta is going to be negative cosine of theta. And then the derivative of cosine of theta is going to be just sine of theta. Right? And we have to add the plus c. Now we know that f of 0 is going to be 3. F prime of 0 is going to be 4. This come first. So we can actually find out what our c is right from here. So remember that cosine of 0 is going to be 1, and then sine of 0 is going to be 0. Therefore, c is just going to be 4 plus 1, which is 5. Okay, so now f prime of theta is just going to be negative cosine of theta plus sine of theta plus 5. Okay, now we have to take the antiderivative again to get just f. So f of theta, the antiderivative of negative cosine is going to be negative sine, and the derivative of sine is going to be negative cosine. The derivative of the antiderivative of 5, is going to be 5 theta. And then we're just going to add the c again. I'm going to write this as c2, just because, remember, they're different constants, it's not the same c. And now we also have this information that f of 0 equals 3. And that's going to be equal to negative sine of theta minus cosine of theta plus, why am I doing this? Okay, just have to plug those in, sorry. Plus 5 times 0 plus c2. Now, sine of 0 is just 0. It's going to be 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. 5 times 0 is 0 plus c2. So therefore, c2 is going to be equal to 3 plus 1, which is 4. So we're done. F theta is going to be negative sine theta minus cosine of theta plus 5 theta, and then c2 is going to be just 4. And this is going to be your final answer, and you're done.